What if I told you that wrinkles, gray hair, and maybe even your birth year are the least important markers of your true age? Scientists have discovered that your biological clock, how your body is actually aging on the inside, can be dramatically slowed, stopped, and in some key ways, even reversed. And the secret isn't some expensive miracle drug. It's hidden in 5 specific types of movement. Stay with me because today we're revealing the exercises that tell your body, stop aging now.
Dr. Reed, reverse aging. This sounds like something out of a science fiction movie. I think most people, myself included, accept that feeling weaker, stiffer, maybe a bit slower is just part of getting older. Are you seriously saying specific exercises can turn back our biological clock?
James, I'm saying the science is increasingly clear. While we can't stop chronological time, we have far more control over our biological aging process than we ever thought possible. Forget accepting inevitable decline. Today, we're giving you the science-backed blueprint to reclaim your strength, vitality, and youthfulness at any age. Welcome to Strength Unleashed, the podcast where we forge powerful bodies and resilient minds for life. I'm Dr. Evelyn Reed.
And I'm James Carter. I'm ready to learn how to fight back against the clock. So, Dr. Reed, where does this idea of reversing aging with exercise come from? It feels like we usually just hear about slowing it down.
Great question, James. It comes from understanding what aging actually is at a biological level. It's not just about years passing. It involves specific processes. Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, the gradual decline of muscle mass and strength. Bone density loss, also known as osteoporosis, leading to fragility and fractures. Decreased mitochondrial function, our cellular power plants become less efficient. Reduced cellular repair, autophagy, the body's cleanup crew slows down. Cognitive decline, changes in memory and processing speed. Reduced mobility and increased stiffness, leading to functional limitations.
Okay, that list sounds pretty much like the standard definition of getting older. So how does exercise combat these specific things?
Exercise acts as a powerful signaling mechanism, telling your body to fight these processes. Strength training directly combats sarcopenia by stimulating muscle protein synthesis. It puts mechanical stress on bones, signaling them to become denser, fighting osteoporosis. Certain types of intense exercise trigger mitochondrial biogenesis, creating new cellular power plants. Specific movements enhance autophagy, helping clear out damaged cells. Exercise boosts BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor, essentially fertilizer for brain cells, combating cognitive decline. Movements focusing on range of motion directly fight stiffness and improve mobility.
Okay, so it's not just about burning calories. It's about sending specific, powerful signals to our cells, bones, muscles, and even our brain to stay young and functional.
Precisely. And the 5 exercises or types of movement we're discussing today are particularly potent signalers for reversing these key markers of aging. It's time to stop thinking of exercise as just a way to manage weight and start seeing it as the most powerful anti-aging medicine available.
I'm convinced. I think everyone listening wants to know what these 5 exercises are. Let's dive into the first one, the movement that might be the single most important foundation for staying young and active.
Don't go anywhere. Tell us in the comments, what's one aspect of aging you refuse to accept? We've established that biological aging isn't entirely fixed, and exercise is our most powerful tool to reverse key aging markers.
Okay, Dr. Reed, let's get to it. What's the first science-backed exercise to help us stop aging now?
Our first exercise targets arguably the most fundamental aspects of youthful movement: mobility, stability, and functional strength. It's the deep squat, or variations focusing on deep hip and ankle flexion.
The deep squat, like the woman in the thumbnail. But isn't squatting bad for your knees, especially as you get older?
That's a common myth, James, often born from poor form or pre-existing conditions. When done correctly, the deep squat is one of the most restorative movements you can do. Think about it. It's a fundamental human resting position. Why does it reverse aging markers? Combat stiffness. It requires and improves mobility in the ankles, knees, and hips, joints that typically stiffen dramatically with age. Maintaining this mobility is crucial for preventing falls and maintaining independence. Builds functional leg strength. It strengthens the quads, hamstrings, and glutes through a full range of motion, directly fighting sarcopenia in the largest muscle groups of the body. Enhances bone density. The load through the hips and spine signals bone remodeling, combating osteoporosis.
Okay, but deep sounds intimidating. What if someone can't get anywhere near parallel, let alone deeper?
Excellent point. This is about your deep squat, focusing on improving your range safely. How to? Safely. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart or slightly wider, toes slightly out. Hold on to a sturdy chair, countertop, or door frame for support. Initiate by sending your hips back and down, keeping your chest up and spine neutral. Go only as low as you can without pain and maintaining good form. Heels stay down, back straight. Focus on the feeling of opening the hips and flexing the ankles. Hold briefly at the bottom, then drive back up. Modifications. Use support. Elevate your heels slightly on a small book to help with ankle mobility. Focus on goblet squats, holding a light weight for counterbalance. Even just sitting down and standing up from a low chair without using your hands builds similar functional strength. Common mistakes: letting knees cave inward, rounding the lower back, lifting heels off the ground too early, or going too low too soon and causing pain.
So it's about reclaiming that natural movement pattern safely, using support, and focusing on quality over depth initially.
Precisely. The goal isn't necessarily asked to grasp on day one. The goal is to progressively improve your depth and control, sending those powerful anti-aging signals to your joints, muscles, and bones. Start with 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions, focusing entirely on form and control.
That makes the deep squat feel much more accessible. What's the second exercise on our anti-aging list?
Our second exercise targets upper body strength, posture, and core stability, crucial for preventing frailty and maintaining an upright, confident stance. It's the push-up and its many variations.
Push-ups, another classic. But many older adults, especially women, find floor push-ups very difficult.
And that's perfectly fine, because the push-up is incredibly scalable. Why does it reverse aging? Fights upper body sarcopenia, strengthens chest, shoulders, and triceps, muscles essential for pushing, lifting, and even getting up off the floor. Improves posture, requires significant core engagement to maintain a straight line from head to heels, strengthening the muscles that support your spine. Boost bone density. Loading the wrists, elbows, and shoulders helps maintain bone health in the upper limbs.
Okay, scalability is key here. How can someone start if they can't do one from the floor?
How to? Safely. Start with wall push-ups. Stand arm length from a wall, hands slightly wider than shoulders. Lean in, bending elbows, keeping your body straight, then push back. Progress to incline push-ups on a sturdy countertop or table. Then move to knee push-ups on the floor. Only progress when you can do 10 to 15 reps with perfect form. For all variations, keep your core braced, body in a straight line, elbows slightly tucked in, not flared out wide. Common mistakes: letting hips sag, flaring elbows too wide, stressing shoulders, not going through a full range of motion, holding breath.
So starting against the wall and gradually decreasing the incline makes it accessible to almost anyone.
Absolutely. The goal is consistent effort and progression no matter your starting point. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of stopping 1 to 2 reps short of failure with good form. This stimulates muscle growth without excessive strain.
Fantastic. We've covered foundational lower body mobility and upper body strength. When we come back, we'll get into exercises that target power, balance, and maybe even our cellular health directly.
Don't go anywhere. Tell us, what's one push-up variation you can comfortably do right now? We're unlocking the 5 science-backed exercises that reverse key markers of aging. We've covered deep squats for mobility and push-ups for upper body strength.
I'm feeling younger already, Dr. Reed. What's the third exercise in our anti-aging arsenal? This one needs to address power, right? We tend to lose that fast.
You're absolutely right, James. We lose power, strength applied quickly, faster than pure strength. Our third exercise targets power production, posterior chain strength, and bone density in a highly functional way. It's the hip hinge with variations like kettlebell swings or band good mornings.
The hip hinge. So movements like deadlifts or kettlebell swings. Those sound intense. Are they safe for older adults?
The pattern is crucial, and it can be scaled safely. Why does it reverse aging? Builds posterior chain power, strengthens the glutes and hamstrings, the body's primary power generators for walking, climbing stairs, and getting up. Weakness here is a major marker of functional decline. Improves bone density. Deadlift variations load the hips and spine effectively, stimulating bone growth. Teaches safe lifting mechanics. Mastering the hinge protects the lower back during everyday lifting tasks. Kettlebell swing specific. Offers a cardiovascular benefit and can improve explosive power safely when learned correctly.
Okay, but deadlifts sound scary. How can someone learn this safely, maybe without heavy weights?
How to safely. Start by mastering the body weight hip hinge. Stand tall, slight bend in the knees. Push your hips straight back as if trying to touch a wall behind you with your glutes, keeping your back flat like a tabletop. Only go as low as you can maintain a flat back. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Squeeze your glutes to return to standing. Practice this perfectly. Progressions. Use a band for resistance band good mornings. Band around neck, step on other end, hinge against resistance. Then move to light dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, RDLs, focusing on form. Kettlebell swings are more advanced and require proper coaching initially, focusing on the hip snap, not lifting with the arms. Common mistakes: rounding the lower back, critical error; squatting instead of hinging, knees bend too much, hips don't go back; looking up strains the neck.
So, mastering the basic bodyweight hinge first is essential for safety and effectiveness.
Absolutely. It reprograms your brain to lift with your powerful hips and glutes, not your vulnerable lower back. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps of the variation you choose, always prioritizing perfect form.
That makes sense. Power and safe lifting mechanics covered. What's exercise number 4? You mentioned balance earlier.
Indeed, our 4th exercise directly targets balance, proprioception, and fall prevention. It's single leg stance variations.
Just standing on one leg? That seems too simple.
The simplicity is deceptive, James. Why does it reverse aging? Dramatically reduces fall risk. Falls are a leading cause of injury and loss of independence in older adults. Single leg balance training directly improves stability. Enhances proprioception, trains the nerves in your feet, ankles, knees, and hips to constantly communicate your body's position to your brain, allowing for rapid micro-adjustments to maintain balance. This system dulls with age if not challenged. Strengthens stabilizer muscles, activates the small muscles around the hips, knees, and ankles that are crucial for stability but often missed in bilateral exercises.
Okay, I can see how that constant challenge would retrain the balance system. How do we do it safely? I know my balance isn't what it used to be.
How to safely. Stand near a wall or sturdy chair for light support. Shift your weight onto one leg. Slowly lift the other foot just an inch off the ground. Focus on keeping your standing knees slightly bent, not locked, core engaged, and gaze fixed on a point in front of you. Progression. Start holding for 10 seconds, build up to 30 seconds or a minute. Once stable, try lifting the non-standing knee higher, moving the lifted leg slightly, or closing your eyes briefly, only if very stable and near support. More advanced, single leg RDLs, hinging on one leg, step-ups. Common mistakes: locking the standing knee, holding breath, relying too heavily on support, looking around.
So start small, use support, and progressively challenge the system.
Exactly. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 30 to 60-second holds on each leg daily or several times a week. This small investment pays huge dividends in confidence and safety.
Mobility, strength, power, balance. We've covered so much. What's the fifth and final exercise? Does this one target the cellular level you mentioned earlier?
It certainly can. Our fifth exercise is more of a category or method that targets cardiovascular health, mitochondrial function, and metabolic flexibility. It's high-intensity interval training or vigorous activity bursts.
HIIT for seniors? Isn't that risky?
High intensity is relative, James. It doesn't mean sprinting like an Olympian. It means working at your challenging but safe upper limit for short bursts, followed by recovery. Why does it reverse aging? Boosts mitochondrial biogenesis. Intense bursts signal your cells to create more and better functioning mitochondria, our energy factories, which decline with age. This is a key marker of biological youthfulness. Improves cardiovascular efficiency, challenges the heart and lungs effectively in short durations, enhances insulin sensitivity, helps regulate blood sugar and fight metabolic dysfunction. Time efficient, delivers significant benefits in less time than steady-state cardio.
Okay, relative intensity is the key. How can someone over 60 incorporate this safely?
How to safely. Must consult a doctor before starting any vigorous activity. Choose a low-impact modality. Stationary bike, elliptical, brisk walking uphill, even chair-based exercises done rapidly. Warm up thoroughly. Perform a short burst, for example 20 to 30 seconds, at an intensity that feels challenging. You can't hold a conversation easily. Follow with a longer recovery period, for example 60 to 90 seconds, at a very easy pace. Repeat 5 to 8 times. Modifications. Start with very short bursts and long recoveries. Listen to your body. Challenging, not painful. Focus on effort level, rate of perceived exertion, rather than speed or resistance numbers. Common mistakes: doing too much too soon, inadequate warm-up or cool-down, pushing through pain, ignoring recovery periods.
So it's about short, challenging efforts tailored to your current fitness level, followed by proper rest.
Precisely. Even 1 or 2 short HIIT sessions per week can yield significant anti-aging benefits at the cellular level.
This is incredible, Dr. Reed. 5 powerful, science-backed exercises or methods: deep squats, push-ups, hip hinges, single leg stance, and HIIT or vigorous bursts. When we come back for our final segment, let's talk about how to weave these into a sustainable routine and the crucial mindset for truly reversing the aging process.
Don't go anywhere. Listeners, let us know, which of these 5 exercises are you most excited or maybe nervous to try? We've unveiled the 5 science-backed exercises that target key markers of aging: deep squats for mobility, push-ups for upper body strength, hip hinges for power, single leg stance for balance, and HIIT for cellular rejuvenation.
It's an amazing toolkit, Dr. Reed, but having the tools isn't enough. How do we actually use them? How do we put these together into a routine that's effective but not overwhelming, especially for someone starting out or over 60?
That's the critical step, James, turning knowledge into action. The goal isn't to become a competitive athlete, it's to build a sustainable routine that promotes lifelong vitality. Here's a simple template. Frequency. Aim to incorporate these types of movements 3 to 4 days per week. Allow rest days for recovery. That's when the anti-aging adaptations happen. Structure, for example, a full body session 2 to 3 times per week. Warm up 5 minutes, light cardio, walking, dynamic stretches, arm circles, leg swings. Mobility and balance, 5 to 10 minutes. Deep squat practice, using support, single leg stance holds. Strength, 15 to 20 minutes. Choose one push-up variation, one pull, rows. We didn't explicitly list pulls, but they're vital for posture. Maybe add rows as a bonus or integrate into hinge discussion. Do 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Cool down, 5 minutes, gentle stretching. HIIT integration, optional, 1 to 2 times per week, on separate days or after a shortened strength session. Perform your chosen HIIT protocol, for example, 5 to 8 rounds on a bike.
That sounds manageable. Maybe 30 to 45 minutes per session. It emphasizes quality and covers all the bases. What about progressive overload? Do we still need to push harder?
Progress is key, but it looks different as we age. It's not always about lifting heavier. Progress can mean doing 1 more repetition with good form, improving your range of motion, squatting deeper, hinging better, holding a balance pose for longer or with less support, decreasing rest time slightly between sets, moving to a slightly harder variation, for example, wall push-ups to incline push-ups. Listen to your body. Consistency and gradual improvement are far more important than pushing to failure or risking injury.
That takes the pressure off. It's about sustainable progress, not ego lifting. Beyond the physical routine, you always emphasize mindset on this channel. How does mindset play into reversing aging?
It's arguably the most important piece, James. You have to believe you can get stronger, more mobile, and more vital. If you approach exercise with the mindset of, I'm old, this is gonna hurt, I can't do much, your body will often live down to those expectations. Shift your identity. Stop identifying as old or frail. Identify as an active ager, a lifelong learner, someone building strength. Focus on capability. Celebrate what your body can do and the small improvements you make each week. Embrace discomfort safely. Learning new movements or pushing slightly harder involves discomfort. Differentiate between the productive discomfort of effort and the warning signal of pain. Be patient. Biological change takes time. Trust the process and stay consistent.
So the exercises change the body, but the mindset unlocks the potential for those changes to happen. What about other lifestyle factors like nutrition and sleep?
They are absolutely crucial support systems. You can't reverse aging markers effectively without them. Nutrition, prioritize adequate protein, essential for fighting sarcopenia, whole foods, anti-inflammatory fats, and hydration. Limit processed foods and excess sugar. Sleep, aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. This is when your body repairs tissues, consolidates memories, and regulates hormones crucial for recovery and vitality.
It's a holistic approach. The exercises are the stimulus, but the mindset, nutrition, and sleep create the environment for that stimulus to work its magic.
Exactly. You are the architect of your biological age. These 5 exercises are your primary tools, but how you wield them with consistency, intelligence, and a positive mindset determine the masterpiece you build.
Dr. Reed, this has truly been enlightening. You've given us not just exercises, but a whole new framework for thinking about aging, one of empowerment, control, and potential.
My hope is that everyone listening feels empowered to take action. It's never too late to start sending those powerful anti-aging signals to your body. You have the blueprint now.
And for those who want a structured, guided program to implement everything we've discussed today, including follow-along workouts tailored for different levels and bonus tips on nutrition and mindset, check out our Ageless Vitality Blueprint, linked right in the description.
If you found value in today's discussion and are ready to stop aging and start thriving, hit that like button, subscribe to Strength Unleashed, and share this episode with someone you care about. Leave a comment below telling us the first step you'll take this week.
Go out there and reclaim your youthfulness.